DBSCG things.
What's up, Yuhp gang? It's your boy Taxon, and welcome back to Yuhp DBSCG Things. And today we're going over another very exciting battle, guys. It's going to be round 1 of our local this week. This is going to be trunksgeta versus Cell Reboot. But before we get into it, guys, I do want to say if you guys want any custom mats and or sleeves, absolutely check out promats, guys. This is the best place to go get your custom card needs. And if you guys do decide to get a mat from them, make sure you guys use the promo code Yuhp to save on your entire order. With that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this battle or my content in general, remember to hit all those buttons for me, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video. And with that being said, let's turn it around and dive in. Alrighty, you guys, and here we are with round 1 of our locals this week. We have Cell on the right side versus Trunks on the left. Cell starting this game off for us by charging and then playing a 1-drop top 5 searcher for an Android card, grabbing himself an Android 18, and then using the activate main of the 17 to place himself underneath the leader, using the leader's effect next to put a card underneath and draw a card. Going into trunksgeta's turn 1 here, charging himself an extra card, using bo1's discard in top 5, or top 7, I believe. Grabbing himself his 3-cost Trunks, setting up for turn 2, getting as prepared as possible. Using his leader to swing in, getting his auto to draw a card, and then the damage landing there on Cell. Going over to turn 2 for Cell here. Charging himself a Unison, using his leader effect to stack an Android and draw a card. Here, more than likely, just going to use the turn in order to establish the Unison. Yep, so out comes Vegito. His leader does have 3 underneath it, so he doesn't meet the requirements for his alternative Awakening. 3 underneath, on tap 1, draw 1, go down to 5. Using his leader effect to detach 2 from underneath to gain 5k in critical. Then from here proceeding to attack with the leader at 20k crit. We'll see what Trunks decides to do to get out of this attack. Using the auto to absorb an Android and draw 2. Comboing 1 5k from hand in order to make it a 25 critical. Ooh, the very first life critted out of the life was his secret rare. Very unfortunate, but you know, these things happen. That's why critical is such a powerful keyword skill. We're going to use 1 energy and 1 Z energy in order to play the Frieza Z card from the Gohan structure deck. Sorry about the glare, guys. Eventually, if I can eventually afford one, I will buy one of the overhead tripods so I can set it over top the entire game area. But unfortunately, I make no money from YouTube, so it's hard for me to want to invest $200 into a stand in which I make no money from it. So, with that being said, that is a Frieza. I'm sorry about the glare. We're going into turn 2 here for Trunks. He swung with his leader, got his auto to draw a card, and then comboed 1 from hand. They're doing that more than likely in order to Z charge. And then from there, we're going to see 1 energy investment going into the 1-drop. Going into the 1-drop Vegeta to play the Trunks from the deck. Of course, then using the leader's effect to take down to 6, draw a card, and eat the Vegeta from the battle area. 1 energy left standing. Probably going to use this in order to utilize the evolve on Trunks. Yep, so here comes the Trunks. We draw 2 here. And then turn goes back to Cell. Cell seeing his turn 3 here. Going 1 energy for Android 17, top 5 search. Grabbing himself a Dr. Gero. Very powerful card to grab off the top 5 there, considering our leader is a base 20k critical, so that paired with our leader can make him a 30k double strike crit, which is very powerful. Looks like Cell does have 3 super combos in hand, so definitely stacked with combo power. Using his leader effect there, just detaching 2, of course, getting the 5k in critical, and then swinging into the leader, of course, auto is going to go off, absorb an Android, draw 2 cards. We'll see if he wants to slap the Gero here or not, put him down to 4. Looks like not going to slap the Gero there. That's fine, putting him from 6 to 5 with a critical. Then we're using 1 energy here in order to go into Cell, activating his Union Absorb from the drop to absorb a 17 and go into Imperfect Cell. The 4 cost, he draws a card when he's played, and then of course the Unison auto when you activate Union Absorb draws a card as well. So here we're using the activate main on the other Cell, the 4 drop now, going to absorb Android 18 from the drop area to go ahead into an 8 drop from the deck. So out comes the 8 drop, very powerful card here. Yeah, I believe he's like a dual attack and then like a double block. He's also has really good protection based off how many cards you have underneath him. It's a pretty solid card. Anyways, next we're going 15k with the Unison into the leader here. That of course gets comboed out. Went to 20. And then from there he's going to pass turn, leaving his 8 drop Cell in active mode and with as many cards underneath him as possible to utilize that activate battle as much as possible. Probably just planning on making sure that that card can survive. Charging yet a 3rd extra card. Trunks definitely has Mech alive. Swinging with his leader into the leader. Here we're going to see Dormant come out. Of course, he plays a 1 drop off that auto. The auto off that 1 drop also draws a card. We're going to see 2 energy, 1 Z energy to go into Gohan Z card. That does get freezed, but that's fine. All of its autos go off, so it's still bottom deck 1 card from hand in order to play a 1 drop. So out comes the Trunks, I believe. It's either Trunks or Vegeta he's going to be playing. Yep, Trunks. Out comes Trunks. Trunks does autos. Trunks grabs Vegeta. Of course, very solid. The Frieza, of course, is going to KO the Gohan in field, so he won't get the auto that untaps a Trunks, so he won't be able to swing with his blocker this turn, unfortunately. But that's fine. Of course, just trunksgeta trying to set up as much as possible for late game. 5 to 5 here going into turn 4 for Cell. We're seeing 1 energy investment for the top 5 searcher Cell. Of course, he doesn't have a requirement on his search. He just has to find an android, and of course, out comes Cell Max because he is an android. That guy switched to rest mode due to Trunks' skill, and then he uses the activate main to absorb him underneath the leader. Using the leader effect here to go ahead and detach 2, pop something 3 or less, and then gain 5k in crit. Or actually, I don't believe that the backside of the Cell leader has a requirement on the cost. I apologize. It's not 3 or less. I think it just is pop anything. Debating on using 1 energy here during this battle. And it looks like we are going to go ahead and slap down the double. And then combo another one, so we are at 35 double strike critical. We'll see what he decides to do here. Gonna super, oop, nope, not super combo. Gonna pay 1, activate the extra card to rest down 2 cards. Both of his battle cards go to rest mode. Then, because that extra card is in the drop area now, Sparking 5 is officially active, so we do get to use the Vegeta Super. And then we use a 5k from the field. 1 goes to Z, 1 goes to drop. We'll see what Cell does here in order to proceed with his turn. He does have 1 more 15k attack in the battle area ready to swing. Looks like we're activating battle on the Cell as well in order to untap. Trunks taking that 15k to the face. Out comes Cell Max, swinging for 4 damage. We're going for the quad strike. Trunksgeta has to read him because he does know that this card must not leave the field unless it is skill negated first. A board wipe, ignoring barrier, and of course a life dealt is very important to remember when it comes to having to remove a secret rare. We're going to see the block there. Definitely blocks the quad strike. Not a bad bet. We're going to see 1 energy, 1 Z in order to go into a Z card. Out comes the Frieza Z card. We're going to uptick on the Unison, of course, giving every mono green card Revenge. So those 1-drop blockers are just 1-drop blocker Revenges. Very solid, very good tech piece for Cell starter deck. In case anyone wanted any more defense, something that pairs very well with Dormant. Pretty solid in my opinion. It doesn't have protection, so of course if you're versing something that has decent removal, it won't sit there for forever, but not too bad if I do say so myself. Cell's hand is getting a little low, but his hand is very powerful at that. He has like multiple super, I think it was like 3 super combos and a Dormant in hand, which is just absurd amount of defense. We're going to start off Trunks by swinging with his leader. We're going to see Cell activating Dormant, using a super combo in order to get the flood effect on that discard. Of course, the auto there to block with his Cell. So he's probably going to get a full stoppage here if he can utilize the Cell's untap and then block the second attack as well. Activating the battle, popping a card, standing to active. I'm going 2 energy for the Unison. Excuse me. Of course, this card very powerful, making it so that next turn he won't be able to attack with anything with a cost higher than 5, which is extremely powerful when he has Cell Max on the field and also that 8 cost Cell in the field, forcing his opponent to go with a low Weenie Rush instead of a higher attack power. Anyways, we're going 1 energy into the evolve for Trunks Geta. Draw 2, play, stand to active. 1 energy left in active mode. Shocker, could only imagine what that's going to be used for. So Cell charging himself his 5th energy, 3 cards in hand, swinging with the leader. It looks like he did swing into the Unison there. Looks like Trunks using Frieza's reinforcement. Of course, negating the attack and then playing himself a blocker, not wanting to have to deal with that double or critical. It actually looks like he utilized that effect after swinging, so the leader wasn't even critical during that attack. Anyways, we're going to see 1 energy for the Cell, activate the Union Absorb on that Cell. Of course, he plays the 4 cost from deck, that draws a card, and when you activate the Union, the auto on the Vegeta Unison will go off as well, making you draw another one. So that play right there almost essentially nets a draw 2. Or it's like a recycle 1, draw 1, because you're playing the 1 drop from hand and then the 4 drop from deck. So you only really lose the 1 drop, and then you just plus up by 2 the moment you unit absorb. So anyways, we see Release from Evil activated there. I'm not sure what he skill negated. I believe it was directed at the 4 drop. We're going to stop that from turning into an 8 drop this turn. Swinging with the leader here, or not the leader, the Unison at the leader. Either that or he's swinging into the Unison. I can't quite recall. Looks like the Unison was getting hit there. Looks like that guy is gone. We're going to see 1 energy and 1 Z in order to activate Vegeta. Surmounting comes out. Bottom deck 1, take a life, draw a card. And then we're going to swing 4K Vegeta into the rested Vegeta fork. Barrier don't stop you from being attacked, so might as well get rid of it. Cell Max cannot swing, so we're just going to see the uptick on the Unison to give everything mono green Revenge. And then we're going to see the turn pass going into turn 5 here for Trunks Geta. If he could find a way to get the Cell Max into rest mode, he could use the Goku Vegeta dual card that came out in set 20 For the Spirit Bomb deck, he could use that to get rid of Cell because it does negate the skills of the card before KOing it. So if he were to negate that and then KO it, he wouldn't have to deal with the board wipe nor the free damage. So decent little effect there. We're going to see Trunks activating his effect and super combo going up to 35, I believe, here on this double strike with the leader swing, forcing Cell in order to use his 2 super combos and 1 5k from hand in order to stay at 4 life there. We're going to see 2 energy to activate trunksgeta. Very unfortunate we have so many blocker revenges in play right here. We're activating the skill on the Goku Vegeta in order to rest one of those, but unfortunately during that battle step with the leader swing we did forget to use power of the Super Saiyan in order to rest the other one, so we do still have another one in active mode. Very unfortunate, but you know, it is the way of the game, it's the way things work. You gotta definitely see your plays and make sure that you're lined up for victory before full sending, but it's alright, we're all learning. This is just a locals with no major event, we're all just learning and testing here. Out comes Big Trunks. These guys do have revenge, so if this card swings without resting that other one, it will die. So we definitely gotta find a way around that 1 drop. It is unfortunate though, like I said, because we do have power of the Super Saiyan and Trunks' hand here, so unfortunately missing the opportunity to utilize it during that leader swing to rest on that other one was very unfortunate. We're going to have to use the 3 energy in order to go into the Vegeta to get rid of it. That unfortunately gets counterplayed with Frieza Charismatic, and then from there we utilize the swing of the Trunksgeta. That does get homicidal cloned, which is also very unfortunate. Because if we didn't have to utilize all 3 of our energy for that Z card in order to get rid of the battle card, we definitely could have used our Z leader in order to untap that 8 drop and himself in order to provide 2 more attacks, 1 being triple strike and 1 being a 20k critical. Very unfortunate, but we do see the -7 off the rip from the unison there. Very unfortunate, taking 3 cards from Trunksgeta's hand and then critting himself a life. Very powerful. We're going to see Cell Max swing in for game here. We're going to see a super combo on that going to 50, combo of 5k, go to 55. It looks like we are going to see the activate battle from Trunks. He draws a card, KOs 2 things in rest mode, choosing to get rid of Cell Max in order to not have to deal with that amount of combo power. It does deal a damage, but it's 1 damage is better than 4. Swinging now with the 8 drop Cell, of course, that just happened because we paid 1 to go into this 1 drop Cell and then Union absorbed all the way up into the 8 drop. We're going to see Trunks try to get out of it, going 25 with that super combo. We're swinging in once again with Cell, going to 25. We'll see if Trunks can get out of this, going 30, 3 cards left in hand. Swinging with the leader, using his leader auto to absorb an android and draw 2 cards. Cell proceeding to dump his hand, and the 3 cards in Trunks' hand is not enough to get out of it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe.